and why after the ceremony there was no word on MVCI's future, including DLC or their plans for the tournament season. We'll be talking about disrespect towards the scene. We'll be talking about disrespect towards the players, including even my team, e.g. Angie, me, and a few other people. We'll be talking about PSX and how not great it was. We're talking about the no advertisement and no one know what the hell they're doing. No one knows what was happening. No one knew the schedule. And in fact, the schedule was awful. So we'll be talking about that. And we'll be talking about the trophy. First place, of course, that trophy was amazing. 2nd through 8. We got to talk about that because my trophy in itself and the events surrounding that are pretty bad. They're actually pretty bad. So that, again, that's its own topic. Paper trophies. I mean, this, I think it's like, it looks like it's like wood or something. I don't even, you got like a bunch of plastic. I mean, there's a screw missing. Look at this thing. I mean, whatever. Same plastic they use for the eggs. So I'll give it about 10 more minutes. Let's play some games real quick. Whoever does not show up to the stream, that's just too bad.
Here come some new challengers.
Why screw Cloud? What did he do? No, he did nothing. He won. Screw him. But no, congratulations to Cloud. He definitely beat me. He definitely put in work, and he 100% deserves it. He really wanted it, and it showed that he wanted it, and he got it. So as much as I want to hate on the fact that he won, he did win.
I've got intel on our target.
I respect that. He Dante the best.
Don't mention Spider-Man's name. We despise him.
Believe, fight, thrive.
Okay, this Tupperware, you raised a really good question. That again, it seemed that no one knew anything, so
Nowhere to hide.
Let's go! Black Widow! Shut up and let us eat!
My gift to you. Shock.
oh no, I didn't want to do the gun. I keep forgetting that's forward life punch.
Nugget. Saw that coming.
Black Widow!
Paralyzer. Predictable. Not in your corner.
I gotcha! Annoying pass! Black Widow!
You're cornered. to you.
Get him back!
Oh, he died.
Black Widow!
You messed with the wrong Avenger! Saw that coming. Saw that coming.
Activating.
Saw that coming.
This is the power.
Get him back! Come on, Brad!
Titans decision.
Guess what?
I shall bless you with death. Your point of
Black Widow!
Perfect!
No, I didn't.
Learn your place. Fight for your life. Red space zone. Oh, pirate star.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Sweet place. KO. I am the summit of perfection in this universe.
So we're gonna start in a few minutes.
Ready. Fight.
No, I 100% completely forgot how to play these characters. So I'm just kind of yelling at it.
Not even close.
Let's go! Black Widow! We'll torture you to death!
I'll destroy you.
Annoying pain! Annoying! Our man! You're not so tough! We'll chew you to pieces! We're not finished with you! We are the strongest!
Oh snap! That killed.
Emperor stand. I'll keep sovereign decree.
Annoying pass!
This will be your undoing.
Annoying pass!
Titan shield. Titan defeat.
Just warming up!
Titan shield.
Annoying
Titan
pass!
shield.
Annoying
Titan
pass!
shield.
Let's go! Black Widow! We'll torture you to death!
Your mistake. Just shut up and go to sleep.
Space zone. Learn your place. Sovereign decree. Nullified.
I'll put you out of your misery. Saw that coming.
Space.
Execution is everything. Let's wrap this up. Going down!
Nerf birdie.
Black Widow to shield. Target eliminated.
I guess after this set, we'll start. If you had one, would you have picked up Tasty Steve like that? No, of course not. Again, I was a little upset going into the actual event.
Not even close. No.
Get him back! Black Widow!
Defeat.
Enjoy the gift of pain!
Titan defeat. Titan shield. place! Sovereign decree! Space Stone nullified!
Annoying pass, get away! Weak point throw!
Nullified! Right here! Nullified!
I'm actually not even paying attention. Alright, so I will start after this. Right now. This isn't pillow talk. This is serious time. Well, I guess I should be holding the stick, you know, pretend I'm playing. I want some pillow talk, to be honest. Nah, we're not going to full screen myself. Why? Because I don't care. You get to look at Morgan. And you get to look at my team. They got second place. That's what you get to look at. I will zoom in on the trophy, you know, when we get to it. My beard? No, I'm scruffy as hell. All right. First and foremost, right, let's talk about Capcom Cup. There was an event that happened this weekend. And for some people who actually didn't know, which I'm actually surprised a lot of people didn't know, and not surprised at the same time, Capcom Cup did in fact happen this weekend. And in this event, so there's 3 events that happened at the same time, right? And one event was inside of another event, which was inside of another event, right? PSX is happening, right, which was in Anaheim, PlayStation Experience. You know, they're releasing games for Sony, whatever, cool. Now, inside of the PlayStation Experience, they were throwing finals for Capcom Cup. Now, in those finals for Capcom Cup, a side event of that was, in fact, Battle of the Stones. They are not together. They are both separate, which means Battle of the Stones was inside of Capcom Cup. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of weird. They didn't really want to advertise the fact that this was actually happening. Why? I don't know, but I do feel like that needs to be talked about. So I get there, right? Actually, before that, right? Let's talk about Marvel. We've been playing Marvel forever. We've been supporting the game forever, and it's always, for the past few years, you know, we have been thrown, you know, a little bit to the sidelines with the whole Mr. Wizard voting for your favorite game, paying money to see your favorite game, you know, so on and so forth. You know, for what, 2 years now, the last 2 years of Marvel 3, it was pretty awful. I'm not gonna lie. Evo was pretty awful in terms of setups, right? As Angelic talked about, the setups were bad. Last year, you could barely hear anything. You know, like, it seems that for a while they've been pretty much hating on Marvel, and with the no developer support, people start to think, why not, right? Who cares? Who cares? As long as you get to see top 8 on Sunday, that's all people care about. Which is actually pretty sad, because a lot of people, including myself, we do spend a lot of time, you know, hundreds of hours on our favorite game, to have it kind of treated like crap. You know, we could talk about how on last year, right, again, a lot of people couldn't hear anything. Jay Rosa get into a fight the year before because there's too many people. They just pretty much don't care. They don't care. Evo gets support, as Kona Chin just said, gets more support from the players in the community than support from the people running the tournaments and Capcom themselves, right? So we can talk about that, because this kind of pretty much has to do with Marvel Infinite as of right now. The game came out a few months ago and was not received very well It it sold like crap. Steam was absolutely awful. Uh, as of right now, me playing, there's barely anybody online to play against. Netcode actually got worse. So on and so forth. The game came out pretty much in trouble. And who do we actually blame for that, right? Do we blame us for not buying the game? Do we blame Capcom for making a not so very good game? We could blame the tournaments for not throwing pop bonuses. We could blame a whole bunch of people, but in fact, Marvel Infinite is not doing very well, right? Exactly. You could blame both parties. I mean, for one, you could say that with the budget that they had for the game, right? Because they didn't really have a big budget at all. So for the budget that they had for the game, you could say that, hey, Capcom tried their best. Here you go. They threw out something. Whether or not it was the best thing they could have thrown out, because they could have done a lot better, this is what they decided to throw out. And, this is the game that we have to play, right? This is the game that we have to play. It's always Capcom's fault, don't you know? No, again, we're not here to hate on Capcom. There's a lot of parties involved with this, including Marvel, which I don't know the big politics behind that, but Marvel does have a say-so in pretty much a lot of the stuff, including why there's no X-Men, including blah, 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 blah. Now, with the release of this game, they decided to throw a tournament series leading up to a finale, which again happened at Capcom Cup, which happened at PlayStation Experience. The rules of this was there's going to be a few qualifying spots, a few stones to be had, infinity stones that grant the users powers and blah, 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 which they didn't really think too well. I don't know why. They didn't really think about it very well at all. But the other half of that was they were going to invite all the EVO winners, including me, Justin Wong, etc., all the Marvel Past winners, to play in this tournament. I really would like to hear about this John D guy. The John D story will come almost at the end of this. So yeah, they were throwing this big tournament. Everyone's really hype. Everyone wants to, get involved, win, so on and so forth. First problem was a lot of people getting the game early. That kind of made a lot of people salty. And it kind of showed at SCR when F-Champ won the tournament. And weird part about F-Champ won the tournament, he couldn't get a stone, which everyone started to figure out, hey, it seems that no EVO winner can get a stone. Apparently that's cheating. I don't really understand. I don't know how that really worked, because that made me and a few other people who wanted to travel for a stone, I didn't actually want to do it anymore. Since I couldn't get a stone, I didn't feel like I should put in the same amount of effort to go to these tournaments to try to win something I can't really win, right? So yeah, F-Champ, I'm bringing up F-Champ, he is a good friend of mine, but this is important because it was the first mistake on someone's part, right? Am I going to say F-Champ's part? No, it was a mistake on Capcom's part for throwing this tournament, making Battle of the Stones, blah, 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 allowing F-Champ to enter the tournament, pushing a lot of other people away, and yeah, so the early access was kind of a nail. It was a nail. We're not gonna lie. It was a nail. A lot of people were really upset about that. Again, I love F-Champ. F-Champ's the greatest person ever, but that was a problem. The tournaments leading up to Capcom Cup, which was the 3 online qualifiers, Canada Cup. What is it? The tournament in Milan, which, what was it, like 12 people entered, right? 10, whatever, right? So that's a problem, right? You're trying to show the game overseas, and no one entered your tournament, right? So there's a stone, they didn't, whatever, right? So Justin goes to, I forgot where he went to. He won. Kazunoko got second. Killer Kai, who I was rooting for, got third. Kazunoko gets the stone again because Justin is an Evo champion. The rest of the online qualifiers. The Canada Cup incident was also a big problem for the tournament circuit because Oliver got screwed. Singapore, yes, Singapore. Oliver got screwed. There's a lot of problems. Marvel is a joke. They're letting people run brackets that shouldn't be running it. Blah 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 blah. You know, that did hurt a lot of feelings. Again, Oliver, he pretty much had to deal with all of that, and he did not get an opportunity to win a stone because he was screwed. So yeah, the rules for the tournament, right? So when I got there, it was Thursday. They told me, first of all, they told me to come Wednesday, all right? So they told me to come Wednesday. That was part of the pamphlet, but in fact, I was supposed to come Thursday. That's the first part of the scheduling problem. I get there Thursday. They told us that we're supposed to have a dinner. We're supposed to take pictures. You know, blah 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 blah. I get there, right? We do have this dinner, and we didn't take pictures. A lot of us still weren't sure of the rules. A lot of us still didn't know exactly how they were going to do it. Thursday was just weird. So you know what? Whatever, cool. We just had our dinner, which was pretty bad food to me, and you know, we ended the night. So when they gave me the email telling me like what the schedule was going to be, right? So I found out that the day before that the Battle of the Stones tournament was going to be on Friday, right? This is really weird to have the tournament so early. So it starts on 11:30 Friday. But the finale, right? We knew because we got we got the email. The finale was going to be only grand finals on Sunday, 2 p.m. before Street Fighter and Capcom Cup. Which again was pretty weird. A lot of us didn't understand why, but that's how it was. On Friday, right? Oh, I also didn't know when the last qualifier was. A lot of us didn't know. We had to find out through some people. Oh, hey, it's happening the same time Battle of the Stones is happening. Why would you do the last chance qualifier the same time as another thing? I don't know. I feel like maybe Capcom decided to run them both at the same time. Marvel on the side, you know, hey, not many people are going to watch that. But here, watch the big event, last chance qualifier, see who makes it to the top 32 of Capcom Cup. So that was kind of crazy. So I woke up, right? I went downstairs. Cool. Damon decides to explain exactly how the stones are going to be used. He starts answering a bunch of the questions, and some of the rules just didn't make any sense at all. It was like you had to announce that you were going to use the stone at the beginning of the tournament. Not at the beginning. At the beginning of your round. So, you know, Timo, right, when he fought me, right, he had to decide whether or not he was going to use the stone and at what round, which is really, really stupid. Because if you have something of like almost infinite power, and you have to, there's rules for that. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You should be able to use it whenever you wanted to. Right? That was really stupid. It was stupid on Capcom's part, right? So what happened? Now, my first round was in fact against Timo. He apparently had told a few people that he wasn't going to use the stone because he was confident in beating me, right? If the rules would have been easier to explain, easier to do, if you could use the stone whenever you wanted, I, in fact, would have lost, right? So I wouldn't even have gotten second place, most likely, because it was 2-2, and I found out that he actually didn't use the stone. So 2-2, I beat him. Cool. Which means I took his stone without him being able to use it. That, like, now think about that. Think about that, right? Think about that for just a little bit. I beat Timo because he wasn't allowed to use his stone because he didn't tell Capcom that he was using it beforehand. Like, so no offense to Timo, but that was a stupid idea on his part. That's the first thing, right? Because if you like, cool, you're super confident in beating me, but at the same time, you could lose a stone if you lose to me. But it was really stupid that he couldn't just use the stone on the 5th game and beat me, because he would have just beat me. Let's be honest, he would have just beat me. It was 2-2. He would have just beat me. A few of the other people, the person who fought Justin, it was 2-1. The guy actually could have made it 2-2. He had, what did he have? He had the reality stone, and he didn't tell Capcom that he was going to use the stone. And what happened? He lost the stone to Justin. So it could have been a guaranteed 2-2 last game. Who would have known what could have happened? But in fact, Justin beat him because he could not use his stone. It was very. I was confused. Everyone was confused. Oh man. Whatever. Right. So I had to play Cloud. We both used our stones. I lost at the end of it. So we actually decided to use our stones because we're like, all right, this is whatever. Cloud dropped his combo. I was up 2-0. I lost. Now, after I lost to Cloud, they told me that I had to play Street Fighter, right? And again, the schedule was absolutely awful. Right, it was an awful schedule. And so right after my match with Cloud, I have to play Street Fighter. I have to keep going through Street Fighter while I still have to play Marvel. What I decide to do, I decide just DQ me. So I DQ'd myself from Street Fighter last qualifier, and I focused only on Marvel. Now the matches kept going. Big problem for the schedule again was that they had way too many breaks. Way too many breaks. Now we're talking about, like, we went to the winners, right, break, losers break. Then there was like a top 8 break. Then it was a top 6 break. There's a lot of breaks. I actually really hated it because if you could see in the background, nobody's watching Marvel. There's no reason to have a break. We're just sitting here like just hot freaking sardines, just soaking in the sun. Like, we're just chilling there, just waiting for our matches to be called. It was for every 2 matches they had breaks. Yes, it was bad. The schedule did say that we were going to be there from 11:30 to 9 p.m. 9 p.m. It's crazy because there's only 16 people for Marvel. There are 32 people for Street Fighter. Why would it take so goddamn long? Exactly. We started at 12. That was really bad. So we're all just sitting there. Oh yeah, exactly. Too. The ballroom closing an hour earlier. There wasn't much. There wasn't a lot of things to buy. I went to Capcom Cup before. There was a lot more cooler stuff. This year was kind of a letdown. I did get to buy Sakura, blah 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 blah, but scheduling terrible. Freaking the bracket. Okay, hold on. The bracket itself, I forgot to explain this. The bracket itself was apparently changed over 9 times. All right? It apparently was changed over 9 times. Now. I'm not gonna blow up people's names. I'm not going to blow up people's names, but they did, in fact, change the bracket specifically for certain things, certain someone. Hear me out here. Hear me out. Hear me out. They did, in fact, rig their own bracket. No, 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 no. Woo. Okay. So it just so happened that one of the stone users just so happened to have the ability, the God-given right. We're talking about he is bestowed upon by Zeus, by Odin himself. He is bestowed upon the ability to switch the bracket. Right? He had the ability to switch the bracket, but the bracket was already switched 9 times to ensure that something had happened. Again, I do not want to say what exactly happened. I don't want to say who did what, because this would be a bigger problem. This would kind of blow up a lot of things. So I'm not going to do that. And I'm about to be public enemy of Capcom. It doesn't matter. I already know from Capcom employees themselves that some of them don't like me. I don't care. Again, this is not a hate.
Yeah.
I am not hating on any company. I am not hating on anyone. I am not hating on the game. I'm not hating on the tournament. I'm not hating on anything. Again, I am just telling you guys the facts. If you want to call me a hater, that is fine. But I am just telling you the facts. I think it would be better, SacTap, if we let this one go. If it blows up any further, that is out of my hands. I just want to let you guys know that a few people were screwed in brackets. A few people, had to deal with certain stuff that maybe they wouldn't have. Just saying. Maybe I wouldn't have fought Teemo. Maybe Teemo would have had a better bracket. Maybe Teemo would have used his Mind Stone. Maybe I wouldn't have to fight Cloud second. I wouldn't have to lose to him. Maybe I could have, anything. The bracket could have been any different, right? But this is what happened. And yeah. So, right, we're playing through the tournament, right? Let's get back to the important thing. I forgot to put in my notes that had actually happened. But after thinking about the Space Stone, I remembered that the Space Stone was activated before the tournament started. It was me on Sid all the So we get through the bracket. And top 8 was done, right? I played my final match against Ryan LV, right? I beat him. Now, again, okay, so it's me versus Cloud Grand Finals. He did in fact put me in the losers. Now, there's 2 things that are very interesting about that, right? I'm on fire. Like, I just want to play my matches. I would have liked to play on Saturday. Maybe I would have liked to finish the tournament right then and there if you're gonna do grand finals. So the thing is that if you're gonna run grand finals on Sunday, wouldn't you think that you would want to do top 3, top 4, right? Wouldn't the finals be the top 3 people? At least show some light to the game, show some difference. But no, they didn't want to do that. If it was up to me, I would have shown top 4. I would have actually shown top 4. Why? Because you want the salty person and losers, right? Who doesn't quite make it, right? You want the person to get third, and then you want to hype grand finals. That's the thing. You want it to hype it up. You know, even if I would have gotten fourth, at least it would have been more entertaining to the viewers. It would have been entertaining to people that actually spent money to see the finals. You know, not just Capcom Cup final, not just Street Fighter finals, but to give people a reason to pay money to see Marvel. Right? Because there are two sides. People forget. Capcom forgets that there are two sides to everything. It's not just Street Fighter. There are people that want to see Marvel. I don't know whose idea was whose, but it seemed like they just didn't care. Right? So top 8 might have been a lot. You know, I'll even give it to them. To Capcom, to that, right? Like, scheduling, cool. It's a little crazy. You know, top 8 might have been too long, but top 4 just seems just about right. You know, it doesn't really take up that much time. Just make sure not to put 1,000 commercials, right? Chris G, so this event was rigged. It wasn't rigged for the outcome, but it was certainly rigged. Let's not use this word. It was certainly damn, I can't find a nicer word for it was thought out. There you go. It was thought out. You see, sometimes I do use my brain. It was thought out. I like these words. Influenced. There you go. It was a thought out stone. There's another stone we just don't know. Okay. So cool. Me and Cloud Grand Finals. Now, that Friday night, we did an interview. Actually, no, never mind. Scratch that, right? On Saturday, I wanted to go to PlayStation Experience, right? So now we move a little forward, right, to how PlayStation Experience was. Saturday, I decided, hey, I want to go. So I go watch a little bit of Street Fighter first, and then before I was about to go, I was told that I was supposed to do an interview, right? Why wouldn't you do it on Friday? I don't know. You decided to just call us down on Saturday. Like, it's really weird, right? So you decided to call us down on Saturday. We're going to do an interview. Right before I was about to go to PSX, I was told that the interview was going to be at the Anaheim Hotel, the Hilton Anaheim. I was a little bit mad about that because now you're making me wait. You told me it was going to be at one place. You decided to switch it. Let me just say that they did that a lot. They switched things a lot. There was one way one day. It was one way or the other. No one could freaking agree on anything. So I decided to do the interview, right? Me and Cloud. Now, I don't know if you've seen the Agent M thing, but he was when he was asking me questions, like it was weird because I wanted to be more honest, but I couldn't because of how I was already feeling, because of how I feel like personally about the game. Like there's a lot of things that I could have said that I kind of wanted to say, but I decided to just say whatever. So I decided to just give down some watered down stuff. Cool, great. We finished the interview. So I decided to go to PlayStation Experience right afterwards. Me and Champ decided to go to PlayStation Experience. We get there. We decide to get something to eat. It just so happened that some of the stuff had already closed early, really early. I don't know. Maybe they thought that not enough people went in because it looked really, really dead. We walked in. It was really, really dead. It looked like they already was ready to pack up and move. Now, the main thing that we decided to do on that Saturday was to see Akira, was to see the fighting game, and we couldn't find it. we actually couldn't find it at all. We walked around for maybe a half an hour, 45 minutes. We actually couldn't find it. I don't know why. I Arika, yeah, whatever, Akira, Arika. I don't care. I just wanted to get my mind off things and play a different game. sorry, it's Akira and Arika and everyone. I don't really care. I just wanted to play the game, and we couldn't find it for 45 minutes. We walked around. We saw everything, and I don't know if it was still there. Yeah, fighting EX. I don't know if it was still there. I don't know if they packed up to leave. I actually did not know. I tried to ask a few people, which ties into another one of my notes. None of the staff knew absolutely anything. None of the staff. They didn't know anything. No one knew what Capcom Cup was. No one knew that Battle of the Stones was happening. No one knew where any of the developers were. Yeah. No one knew anything. It's kind of crazy. We got it right when we went there, right? I didn't say I didn't say it wrong there. I was just saying it wrong right now. But yeah, no one knew anything. So after walking around for about half an hour, 45 minutes of seeing almost nothing, there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing. I will say that the convention itself, whatever you want to call it, the experience, was not very impactful. I felt like if I did pay money, I would want my money back. So I don't know for you guys who did pay money. Again, I would have wanted my money back. It was really bad, and yeah. So going on end of Saturday, everyone's just chilling, right? I went back to watch a little bit of the Street Fighter, and good stuff to Nemo for winning, for taking it over Infiltration. Third was Brian F, I think, right? So that was cool. Good stuff. Nemo did his thing, and we were about to leave. Good. And I was told that night, mind you, right? So I went to talk to Gutex, right? Me and Gutex were talking, and a bunch of us were talking, and we were talking about working out in the morning. Right? That was gonna be the mission, right? Before I play in the finals, I was gonna go work out. And ISDD was third. Gutex, yes, he came back. He actually came back. So the mission was to work out, and the crazy thing was that night, which I actually don't understand. Why would you let us know that night? That night, I was told maybe like 8, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, around there. Like, it was like, we're talking about like actually nighttime. I was told that I need to be there downstairs by, was it 11:30? 11:30. Tournament doesn't start until 2. I was going to work out with Gutex at 11, but then they magically just decide, hey, at 11:30, we need to go do this, right? I didn't know what. They wouldn't explain to me what I was going to do, but they told me I was supposed to be down at 11:30, right? Cool. So I decided I'm just go to sleep, whatever. I wake up, cool, take a shower. Now I go downstairs maybe like a few minutes late, right? I'm joined by Angie, and we see Damon. Now, for some reason, I don't know if Damon was just being an a-hole. I don't know if he's an a-hole all the time. I don't know if he just likes being rude to people. But, he's like, oh, yeah, late, blah, 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 blah. Now, mind you, no one's telling me why I need to be down there. So technically, I don't have to be there till I have to play. There is no, hey, come here. You cannot be mad. You cannot just be randomly mad that I'm late for something that I shouldn't have to be there for. So like my mind is already being blown. My if I didn't have high blood pressure on Sunday, I actually developed high blood pressure because of the incidents that occurred that whole day. So Damon, he was telling me, hey, blah blah blah, and I told him that I didn't have my badge. Angie didn't have a badge. Cloud didn't have a badge. This is for future reference. Cloud did not have a badge. All right, so none of us had badges, right? Now he's like, oh, after being rude to me, he said, oh, we're still waiting for one more person. Wait, so I'm not late. Oh, okay, cool. We decided to go to the center, but nope. We had to backtrack. We had to go all the way back because John D said we need special wristbands. We needed special wristbands. So we walked back. We walked through the front. We go through the metal detectors. All right. Again, I don't have my badge. So me and Angie, we both go through the metal detector, and the guy stops us. They're like, "Hey, where's your badge?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm the competitor for the tournament. I'm with Damon, right?" Angie made up a lie. It's very simple. Also understand this, right? Angie made up a lie. She said that she was my manager. That's cool. So she was able to just slip right by. Right? There is no problems until there was a problem created. We go into the back. All right. Now they were like, okay, everyone needs wristbands. Everyone needs special yellow wristbands, and they were gonna give it to us. What happens? And Angie will be coming in a bit. John D decides to, I mean, not John D, Damon decides to be annoying. He decides to be super rude again. Oh, I can't believe you don't have your badge. This and that. And I was like, yo, I explained to you, none of us have our badges, right? When I look at Cloud, he already has the wristband. Why? Because it wasn't a big deal. It was not a big deal. He made it a big deal. He was very rude to me. I was super heated. This is right before we have to play. I was super heated because he wanted to make such a big deal of something so small and so stupid. So they took forever to give me my wristband. Cloud already had his because it wasn't a problem. They decide to kick out Angie because she doesn't belong there, right? She doesn't belong there. Was it Phenom was with us? I forgot there was like 2 other people that was with us. Mind you, none of these are players. None of these are players that are playing for Street Fighter or Marvel. Apparently, that was all that could be there. But they made it really stupid for me and Angie. And hold on, Angie's calling. So she will in fact let you guys know what just happened. Hello? Okay. Boom. Okay, Angie is in fact here, and it just so happens that we are talking about that incident. Um, yeah, exactly. So you can kind of explain a little bit what happened. Uh, so Damon decides to make this a big deal. You know, we get into an argument. Like I'm getting heated. They pretty much tell Angie that she has to leave, while the other guys can stay. I don't know. Are you specifically targeting me? Are you just an a-hole on purpose? I don't know what it is, but it was an ordeal that did not have to be like brought up. That did not have to happen because I am a competitor. Angie is my girlfriend. We are trying to do our thing. I'm gonna play in the tournament. I'm about to do grand finals, and for some reason, you have to be an a-hole. Let's move this. Because Angie was in fact there. You need to put on the mic. Can I turn down my mic a little bit? Nah, dog. Yeah, we're using this for now. Okay, here you go. Angie can tell you what happened because there's a lot of screwing up happening. There you go.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not gonna say what happened, but I will say that at any point, I didn't mind if they said, "Hey, you can't come in," but they never said that. Like what's the guy, Damon? He watched me come in. He's like, "Yeah, you go in." Everybody let me go through both checkpoints without showing identification. And then they want to trip out of nowhere. The security guard was about to give me a yellow wristband. He's like, "Oh, you don't have one? Let me get you one." And then freaking Damon, like, "You don't have one? Who let you in here?" What? And I'm like, I wanted to say, like, "You let me in here," but I guess he was just trying to play it cool or trying to save his own ass. I don't know. Well, what else did you want me to mention?
Oh, I guess that's enough.
Okay.
Now, okay. A quick thing about what was happening was that Damon, for some reason, wouldn't stop telling me that this was like this was it. You got to be happy. This is it. This is your moment. There will never be another moment like this. Like live it up, live it up. Like he, like it's as if like he was trying to like let me know that this is a screw up, but at the same time still try to like push forward for for the tournament. But like, it was really weird because that's all he wouldn't stop saying it. Yo, come on, this is it. This is the moment. This is it. Like the whole weekend, from Friday to Saturday, Sunday, live up this amazing tournament and how we're treating you, and like it, like it's like he is not gonna say he's not the worst person in the world, but he was a little messed up towards me. Apparently, EG as well. EG was trying to get in the entire time. They were trying to get into the finals, and for some reason, they had talked to Damon. He told them that they were going to be put on a list to get into as media, as whatever. None of that happened. What actually happened was after forever, this was when we're talking about during the finals. During the finals, EG and a lot of other people had to spend $75. They all I found out that was it Linda, the girl from Texas, she had to spend money, even though they were all promised media badges. And guess what? Everyone got robbed, which is why I said if you spent money to watch specifically Marvel Finals, I wish you would get your money back. Because EG was very upset of what happened. Angie actually didn't even get in until it was over. Is that true? There you go. She didn't even get to watch me play. That's great. Like so, the the sad part was that I went up there. Right. First of all, we had to rehearse it. We had to rehearse going through a door and sitting down. That was that was actually what they made me come 3 hours earlier to do. Now, what I'm starting to believe is that they did not want me to rehearse coming in through a door. They wanted to rehearse Ono giving a trophy and and proceeding with Street Fighter V. That is what they wanted to rehearse. They did not want to rehearse me actually going in. They wanted to rehearse Ono. So, like, it's uh, it's kind of it's it's kind of crazy because all it is, right? So we go up some stairs. Me and Cloud, we're on one side. Cloud goes up the other side of stairs, uh, and the door opens. We sit down. Uh, Steve talks, and then we play. Then what they decided to do was after they go, all right, now Cloud, pretend you're really happy, and what you would do if you're happy, and then Ono's gonna come in and you hold the trophy with him, and I'm just like, this this is what I had to wake up early for. This is what I didn't work out for. Like you made me really just sit through this. You kicked out Angie. You made us literally go through all this crap just so we could walk through a door. That that is OD. Like um Cloud winning was scripted? No, but I guess it maybe it was his real feelings. I'm pretty sure it was his real feelings because he did look really excited, and again he did beat me. That is good stuff to Cloud. Uh, he definitely deserves it. There's no animosity here. Good stuff to him. Uh, no, he didn't pick up Steve before. Maybe he thought about it, what he would do after he would win. I don't know. You see, this is the problem with this tournament. No one knew anything. I don't think Cloud knew, and I didn't know. Like, it's so.
That's why we didn't have our badges, I must say. It's like they just woke us up and said to meet.
Yeah, like
In the lobby of the hotel, they weren't like, "Hey, we're gonna go into PlayStation Experience."
as Angie just said, that is 100% true. We were told to come down. How the hell were we supposed to know that we're going to rehearse going in, that we're going to need the badge, that we're going to wait 3 hours to do nothing, that I'm going to get into an argument? I just wanted to slap him. That's all I wanted to do. And I'm like, yo, you're gonna do this right before we have to play. Like, this is a serious moment. Like, I don't know, man. Okay, so let's talk about the actual match and why I was confused. Uh, I had a stone, but the weird part was that when I fought Ryan LV in losers, apparently he had time stone and space stone. Alright? When I asked them, I was like, "Does he have any stones?" They go, "No." You don't know either? What do you mean you don't know? How do you not know? You did the turn. This is your tournament. How do you not know what's happening in your own tournament? So, uh, like, and what I didn't understand was that I was like, how did he even have two stones? I was like, did he have three stones? That means he must have three stones because Cloud had to take one, right? Like, so after I beat Ryan LV, they tell me after the fact, they're like, yeah, in fact, Ryan LV did have two stones. I guess you can have time stone. And I'm like, okay. So when I fought Cloud, all right, Steve, I could, there was actually a teleprompter there, like explaining like step by step what Steve should say. So that was pretty cool. Steve, he's the man. He's the hype man. The guy could speak really well, and he brought the noise. And so one of the things was ask Chris, not ask Cloud, because Cloud is the only one with his usable stone. Ask Chris if he wants to use his stone. How? So I actually felt really stupid, and what I forgot what I said. I forgot. I was like, I have a stone. I I guess I'll like I said something like really really awkward because I didn't know what to say. I was like, I can't. My stone is a counter. I can't activate my counter. It doesn't make any sense. Like what are you thinking? Like who came up with this? Right? So so they asked Cloud afterwards and they're like, Cloud, would you like to use your stone? But why would I use my stone if Chris is going to counter? Like it was just a confusion stone. It just didn't make any sense. So Cloud is like, no. Like you know what's the crazy thing, right? Was that it would have looked a lot better if on game 5 Cloud goes, I'm gonna use my power stone, and Chris goes, I'm gonna use my time stone, and then boom, lights and effects, which is what they wanted to do. They wanted that to happen, but instead, again, I don't know who to blame. Who do we blame? Do we blame the production staff? Do we blame Capcom? Like, like there was if it was gonna be cool, it would have had to be done that way. Like Cloud uses his stone, and then I say no, not the other way around. I don't know. So yeah, budget. Okay, Cloud wins. All right. And as rehearsed, they go. Ono comes in, gives him the trophy. Now, during this time, I'm literally just because I'm actually upset. I feel like I was robbed 100% in that set. Because in my mind, what was going through it was I knew that on my way home, I was going to have to think about the fact that what he just did to me would never happen. That I had to think about the fact that what just happened to me would never happen again because the game is patched. So I'm walking around, I'm pacing, I'm actually upset. All right. And so I'm walking back and forth, whatever. All of a sudden they go, all right, get out of here now. Go, 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 go. So I was like, am I like gonna get anything? What am I gonna get anything? Like you're gonna give me my trophy? Like are you gonna make me feel at least a little better than how you've been treating me? Than how you've been treated? You're not gonna like, are you for real? Like you know like are you just that rude that you just not gonna give me like what I deserve? Like goodbye, go home. Uh, yeah, we'll go through that in a little bit. Again, the trophy is its own topic. Uh, so I didn't get my trophy. Now I was told that after the tournament, um, that we were gonna do more interviews, right? And we are gonna take pictures. So we get to the green room, right? They're saying their thing. A lot of people were just like doing motions of DP because that's what happened. So as this was going on, I'm getting just a little bit more saltier. Decided to just sit down and whatnot. Now, literally, so I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, I guess maybe they'll do an announcement, right? Hey, I lost now, but at least maybe if I get an opportunity in some other time, you know, I could keep playing, and I'll do my best next time. I'm waiting for some hope. That's what I'm waiting for. I look on the screen. What happens? I look forward, right? Oh no, it's Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, oh snap, huh? It it's it's as if like I feel like I'm here for nothing. Like they for real? That's it? Like a home? Like, that's literally like there was no interview. There's no pictures. There was nothing. No Marvel. No Marvel announcements. No anything. Not even even if they would have just threw out, hey guys, good luck next year, or pay attention next year for more adventures, for more fun, like a commercial or something, like at least say that. But all of a sudden they go, all right guys, cue to Street Fighter, and I just sit there. Now, mind you, right? Angie texts me. She's like, "Oh, where are you?" I'm like, "Oh, it finished. It's over." Oh, okay. What are you gonna do? And she couldn't even see it. Like they oh man. So I'm just sitting there, right? I'm just sitting there, and like I have my phone out, uh, and all I kept reading was, oh, did the tournament happen yet? Oh, when did it start? Did it happen yet? Did it happen yet? Did it oh, who won? Oh, did it happen? When is it? Is it happening next? But that's literally all I saw. Because no one knew that it happened. No, like it's as if everyone in the real world was just confused. Like, yo, did the grand finals? What just happened? Um, no. Uh, oh, well, maybe I don't know. So yeah, that was pretty bad. It was pretty disrespectful. Um, I didn't talk to any of them after that. I actually they didn't even come back. The Street Fighter players, they went up, right? So I'm just sitting there with like Phenom, who I don't know why he was there. They allowed him to come there, but they didn't allow Angie. And that I'm just like I'm confused, right? Like be in my shoes right now. I don't understand what is happening. Why? Like do I just give up this game? All right. So like I'm about to tweet. Like I make like 1,000 tweets in my mind. I'm typing, and I'm just like, no. Type something. No. Type something. No. Uh, Congrats, Cloud. So it it sucks. It really it's a terrible. It was a terrible feeling, right? Now, obviously, I could have won. Maybe maybe even if the bracket reset, at least more people could have watched. Like there could have been a lot more ifs, ands, buts, but Cloud won. He's just focused on his trophy and whatnot. So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, yo, like, then they're not even doing what they said they were gonna do. We didn't even talk about the money. Uh, they didn't even tell us to leave. Like they just left us there. They lit all of the entire place just evaporated, and it's just me and Cloud, and I was just like, yo, like, what do we do? Like this is crazy. Like yeah, the Left Behind. Like we literally the entire scene, like the entire community, like the game, everything just got left behind. And so after about a half an hour, right? Uh, After about a half an hour, I'm like, I guess I'm gonna just leave, right? So I left. I met up with Angie. You know, we went upstairs, right? Again, no one's saying anything. I watched a little bit of Capcom Cup. I especially watched the ending. I watched Mena win. Congratulations to Mena. He came from the bottom. He came through. He beat the hell out of everyone, and he deserves it. He 100% deserves it. And
He said he felt like he was gonna win.
yeah,
You know what? I feel like I'm gonna win.
he said he was gonna win. I told him it's funny because I said that he actually has the best chance to win this tournament, and when I talked to him, he wanted me to win. He wanted me to win Marvel, and I was like, "Yo, I feel like you're definitely just gonna win Street Fighter," and it definitely happened. He won. Definitely proud of him. He came through. He bullhorned. He made the reads, dog. He bullhorned his way to $250,000. So we actually can't hate on that. Why? Because Tokido was on match point, match round. He was up a game. Like what are we get? We can't hate on that. He made a comeback. Like so give the kid some respect. And he did his thing. Now, after the tournament, now this is the next topic, which is this amazing trophy, right? So after the tournament, I decide EG, which is Michael, and Jay, which is the videographer. We decide to go eat. Right, so we're walking, we're talking. They're explaining to me their side of everything, and they're explaining that no one knew absolutely anything, that they couldn't get any info from anyone. They didn't know where anything was. They were mad at Capcom or whoever, Damon, for saying that they could get their passes, but they didn't actually get their passes, and they were mad that they had to pay for it. Right. So we're just like talking and chilling and whatnot. So I decided to come back. They leave, and me and Angie, I was just drinks. Leave. But right before they left, we run into John D, and he maybe he was drinking. I don't know, but it was still early, so you can't really say he was drunk. He goes, "Hey, you forgot something, or we forgot to present you with something." And again, my manager's there. He goes, here's your trophy, right? No.
But he's like, oh no, we gotta take a picture.
Yeah, hold on. I'll explain this stuff. So he goes, "Hey, boom, here's your trophy, right? It's this plastic thing, whatever. It ain't the worst trophy. It ain't the best trophy. So yeah, it is what it is, right? Now, back to the other screen. When he gives it to me, oh, hold on, where's the chat? When he gives it to me, he decides, hey, we need to take pictures. Like he's like all happy or whatever, right? Or maybe he just wanted to say, look good. Hey, because I told the world that I didn't get my trophy, and Capcom just doesn't care about Marvel, right? So he was like, let's take pictures, but he wanted to take it like right next to like nothing, like it was just like a plain background. So Jay,
It was so ugly.
yeah, it would have been the ugliest picture on the planet. Jay, what he decides to do was he went behind him and took the Capcom Cup sign, and then he held it because even Jay was annoyed. Even Michael was annoyed. Again,
When I was a kid, do you guys want to take it over there?
yeah, but John D was just, I'm just gonna do damage control picture, like, so right after that, uh, he looks at me, right? Here you go, and he goes, "Oh, f that game anyway."
Oh, no. Can I? He said, "Fuck that game anyway." Chris doesn't curse.
Yeah, I don't curse. So that's exactly what he said. Uh, whether or not, uh, whether or not he meant it, like, literally, I had a lot of emotions. I had a lot of emotions inside me. So like he's taking a picture, and like I didn't know how to feel. I was actually really really emotional at that moment, and it definitely reminded me of when I first moved. And uh, when I first moved, I brought everything back, and I had the Capcom Cup. It's actually pretty funny because it was almost the same exact scenario. I opened up my boxes, and my Capcom Cup trophy was broken, and I literally just sat there with a broken Capcom Cup trophy, and you know I just sat there, and I got really emotional, and I was like this is what I do. Like I play these video games for, like, this piece of plastic, this glass, this cup, this thing, and like at the end of the day, this is still my struggle. At the end of the day, this is still my hustle. This is how I make my money. And at the time I was struggling. So when I looked at my Capcom Cup trophy when I had won it, you know, like, it was broken. And I'm just like, this is what I do. Like, why do I do it? And so when he gave me the second place trophy, and it the same thing. It's messed up. The screw is missing. It's pretty much garbage. I that was how I felt. I was like, yo, like, you couldn't even give me something whole. You couldn't even make me, like, feel good for doing good, putting for putting effort into what I do. And like, this isn't even the end of the trophy story, which is crazy, right? So, he leaves, and I was like, I need a drink. Guess who I run right into? All right. So these guys leave, my manager, and me and Angie went to go get a drink. So we run into Damon, and Damon. So I was like, he's like, hey man, congratulations, whatever. And I was like, hey, like, my trophy's messed up. And he's like, oh well, sometimes that's what you get. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, for being late. I'm like, are you for real? Like, what? And yeah, no, yeah. Afterwards, he goes, I'm just joking with you, and I'm just like, so you've been an a-hole to me, you've you've been an a-hole, to Angie. You've you messed up things with my manager, and so what he's saying late because I came 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late to something that we were still waiting on someone for, but I was late to nothing because nothing happened. Uh, so yeah, that it is what it is. It is like, I like, you look at this game right here. This is my team. I know I did my best, And, you know, this is what I do. I am sponsored. I travel the world to play these video games. And like this is how like I'm treated. This is how we're treated. You know, like if you hear what people say behind, you know, closed doors, if you hear people go off, like you don't know, you don't hear this stuff. I hear this stuff. You know, and it's crazy because this is, again, this is what I do. Like I want to keep playing these stuff. I want to keep playing the games. I want to keep supporting it. You know, it's like you might as well just said, "Hey, don't ever play this game again." You know, like why do that? Why act like that? Like if you, and it's funny because people always tell me, they're like, "Chris, you complain too much. Chris, why aren't you more happy? Chris, all you do is make rants and blah 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 and hate on stuff." And I'm just like, do you not, are you not seeing what's going on? Like I still have to hold my tongue, even though I don't, like a lot of the times I still have to hold my tongue. Like and it sucks because these are the people that are at the head of everything. And you know, I don't hate these guys at all. I don't hate these guys. I don't hate Capcom. I don't hate Marvel. I don't hate tournaments. Like it's just, yo, you really gonna do that? Like you want me to be a community leader? This is what you want from me. You want people to you want me to tell people nice things. You want me to tell people to support the game. You want me to do all this stuff and you ain't even doing it? Like, you know, it's crazy. Like why would you expect anything from me when I cannot expect anything from you? And you're the guys running the show. You know, and it's crazy. It really is crazy.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, right. Pat's fan Mike just subscribed. Thank you so much. It's actually crazy. And like I wouldn't have to deal with this anywhere else. And don't say it's a job. This is how bosses are. These people have to sell things. That's what you're not understand. These people have to sell their game. It's not like, oh, well, you know, all I got to do is just head the cashier and just give people their stuff. No, this isn't like that. and it's just crazy that they just, this is what's happening. And I did get the short end of the stick. Maybe things would have been better if I would have won. I wouldn't be here. Maybe I wouldn't be making a stream. Or because I was going to make the stream, I was going to talk crap about what happened. But, you know, it might have just been a little bit different situation because maybe John D wouldn't have said that. Damon wouldn't have said that. You know, it could have been a happier moment. But no, you know, I got second. I got a mess up trophy. They said this stuff to me. They did all this stuff. They what did I say? Not fixed, not rigged. They situated the bracket. You know, they made sure everything went through right. But yeah, it sucks. It really does suck. Situated. They time stoned. Don't incite any witch hunts. Again, I am just explaining that this is what I was told. You know, I don't know who did it. I don't know who did what. I don't know why they did it. Whatever. I don't care to know. You know, but it is what it is. And it's kind of crazy. It's good to know your experience. No problem, man. I'm glad that I got this off my chest. You know, like any other given day, it could have just been seen as complaining. But again, I am just letting you know what exactly happened. Angie's here with me. She can vouch for what happened. EG was there. They definitely got robbed $75. They know what happened. You know, a lot of the competitors. And then another thing, the other guys who got third through eighth place, they were just who got fifth. Here you go. Where's seventh place? Is seventh place here? Did he leave? Oh, I guess I'll just give it to him later. Like, no one let us know anything. Like, no one let anyone know anything. They didn't know their own rules. They didn't know their own. Like, come on. So, you know, but I will say again, this is why I made the tweet afterwards when I saw Sakura. I already knew Sakura was coming out, but I didn't know how fun she would look, and I will admit that she looks really, really fun. So Capcom got something out of me, right? I get to play my character again, you know, so I guess I'll have to support the game again. But yeah, like it's gonna be pretty good. I get to play something again. Yeah, it is crazy when you compare it to how they treated Capcom Cup, how they treated Street Fighter. Like Marvel, I don't even know like what they didn't even care. I don't know what to say. Even as a competitor, even as the guy who was competing from 16th to second place, like I was just sitting there looking like a moron. Just I had to DQ myself from the last chance qualifier because I decided to put it at the same time. You know, like it's crazy. It really is crazy.
Yeah, that Michael did try to at least send you another trophy.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's not go on a full witch hunt as Angie points out. Michael, you know, he was very sympathetic of what happened. He did feel very sorry. He is a very nice guy. So this does not fall on him at all. But I do feel like in the future, with games coming out and stuff like that, you know, just like how they threw Combo Fiend under buses, I do feel like Bizarro Mike might be the second one they throw under a bus, and I really hope that doesn't happen. Because he is in fact a really cool guy, but it is what it is. I don't want to read that right now. I'll read that later. And the damn stream, I'm trying to watch his archive. And a little bit. What happened with Combo Fiend? No, I'm not saying like Combo Fiend now. I'm just saying like for everyone that had to blame somebody, a lot of people did blame Combo Fiend, even though he's just the front face, which kind of sucks because again, Combo Fiend is a really cool guy and he does his best. But you know, sometimes when the public needs to attack someone, you know, hey, but it's Combo Fiend. I see his face sometimes. I kid you not, Chris. I'm very worried for Mike. Yeah, maybe it is better that Combo left. Anyone who wants to know what happened earlier, you will just have to tune in to the archives. But yeah, I guess I'll just take some questions if you guys have any questions before, you know, I need to eat. Oh yeah, okay, yes. Oh, we forgot that one. Okay, so with Mr. Wizard's tweet, right? Now we go into the future. Marvel Infinite Battle of the Stones is done. I completely forgot about that topic. So Angie doesn't know, but Mr. Wizard tweeted out about, you know, Marvel's doing bad and is Marvel dead. Mr. Mr. Wizard, owner of Evo, well, one of the three or whatever the hell, he did. He did put that out, and people are voting on whether or not Marvel is dead. it sucks. It sucks that he did that. We already know why he did that. He is a troll. He's trying to incite, some controversy, and who knows what's going to happen at Evo. Uh, my personal opinion is Marvel Infinite dead? That's the crazy thing. Is Marvel dead? No. Freaking Marvel 3 survived for God knows how long. The scene came up in full arms trying to get their game into Evo. They got their game into Evo, and the Marvel 3 community, it's Marvel 2 community, all the games before that, they put in their work. Marvel Infinite is in a different boat. It's because one, right? I loved Marvel 3. I did love that game. That game, regardless of how people thought of it, I thought of it as a very thought out, besides for Virgil and a few people. The game was very neutral heavy, and I thought it was a very skillful game. Uh, Marvel Infinite is not the same. Um, the characters do not look very pretty. It's just the gameplay is not the greatest. But what we need to understand is that Capcom had told us, right? They had told us, Marvel had told us that they were going to keep up with the game. There was going to be patches, so on and so forth. Like so we were giving the game a benefit of the doubt. Battle of the Stones, we're thinking, oh, okay, so this big thing is happening, regardless of how bad it was. That next year there'll be something, right? So when remember when I was saying the nails in the coffin, right? One of the big reasons why, because what I was told was that Battle of the Stones would be on the post patch, which means that again, what happened to me in winners quarters and winners and grand finals would not have actually happened because we would have been playing on the patch. But according to again some sources, there was two reasons for that. One, obviously, it was too close to Battle of the Stones. Second one, just so happens to be with one of my good friends, F Champ, and sorry, F Champ, but that was one of the reasons that they decided not to use the patch. But again, it is what it is. We had to play in the patch. I mean, we had to play on the pre-patch. Blah 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 blah. So even through all that, we're thinking again we're gonna get some crowd love. We're gonna get Capcom love. We're gonna get all this type of love, and then nothing happened. It was one of the biggest nails on the coffin. It's like, okay, all the events leading up, the game comes out. It's nobody likes it. That's one coffin. Tournaments, scandals, all sorts of stuff. Two coffins. Yeah, two nails. Whatever, man. Two nails. But we might as well just say bunch of coffins because you know why? We need to throw somebody in those coffins. There was a lot of people getting thrown in these coffins. But yeah, second nail, boom. A Battle of the Stones, how terrible it was. PSX in general, all this stuff. Boom, another nail. And then the biggest nail just so happened to be no reveal, no anything. Yeah, we need the cement. We need the bus. We need we need all this stuff related to coffins because this is what's happening. Um,
Another coffin in the nail.
yeah, and we need Undertaker because we need him to get out of the coffin.
Not enough about the coffin.
No, there's not enough coffins. We need to be more coffins. So yeah, the no anything. It was a big letdown. It was a huge letdown. which is what made Mr. Wizard tweet that. But what we also got to understand is that they had just did DLC. Can we tie that into anything? I don't know. They did just release DLC. They released 3 new characters, some new costumes, blah 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 blah. But it looked like Ono was kind of saying there's just going to be no support for the game. It looked like Damon was saying that. It looked like John D was saying that. Still, you could have at least said, look forward to 2018. You know, just vocabulary. I mean, we know that Ono can't really speak the bestest of Englishes, but you could have at least said something, anything. Nothing was said. So, yeah. Is Marvel dead? I want to say no. I want still to believe to this day. Call me stupid. Call me anything. I want to say no. I still hope that because of the last patch, that's why there could have been some miscommunication. I want to hope that. That's still shrouded. Okay? I still hope that Capcom next year there is something, you know, that we get to see. Something. You know, maybe even if it's a few $1,000s for the year, you know, spread throughout tournaments. I don't know. Because what I was told again was that this would be 2 years. That the game would be 100% funded for 2 years. I was told to not really focus on Street Fighter when I could have made Capcom Cup. I was told to put, you know, my eggs in the basket. I was told a lot of things. And from the looks of it, and again, I didn't make Capcom Cup for Street Fighter. From the looks of it, it's not looking very bright. And I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. So I hope I'm right. Eggs or Infinity Stones. That's you can't really tell. They both look alike. You know, a lot of people were looking forward to it, and all we can do is hope. But I will tell you that I will not be focusing on this game anymore, because again, this whole experience was not very nice, and I feel like with Street Fighter V AE coming out, with Sakura coming out, you know, with Dragon Ball Z coming out, with a lot of games coming out, even the Akira, Arika, even with that coming out, it's like maybe you might want to focus on something else. I don't know. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I will be focusing a lot on Street Fighter. Sakura looks really good, and I want to play her. I want to play some Sagat. I do want to play some Cody. And yeah, I mean, if you could take what I say with a grain of salt. You could take anything what I say. You could literally throw everything that I just said out of a window. But this is in fact what is happening. This is in fact what was said. This was in fact what was done. This is in fact what is happening. So I don't know. There was a leak that Magneto's coming back, that X-Men are coming back. There's a leak that a few other characters are coming back. Akuma's coming back. I don't know. I can't tell you anything. If it's fake news, it's fake news. Again, at this point, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. At this point, it really doesn't matter because I'm not going to be focusing on this game too much. Um, actually, real quick, the craziest thing about like people saying that Marvel is dead is that it just came out. that's that's what I don't understand. Like the game just came out. Like it's not even Evo yet. Like it hasn't even had its first Evo, and it God only knows it might not even get its first Evo. That like that's great. Like I've waited so much time for this. Hey, Capcom employees told me to focus on the game, and it like God, like what do you want? What do you want from me? Yeah, like who? Maybe Mr. Wizard is right. I don't know, but I am very much turned off by everything. Uh, just leave them behind, Chris. You're right. I should. Like, what's up, Filipino man? What's up, Anton? What did F Champ say? This wasn't just F Champ. F Champ was also a believer and was also lied to. Like a lot of people could blame shilling and all that stuff, but at the same time, F Champ was really hoping, really believed that this game would do well. Justin Wong, all of us Marvel players, the whole scene, the Marvel 3 community, even the OGs. I was told from a few people, and some people made statuses about it, that they quit their job to focus again on Marvel. I mean, like, it's like we were just all lied to. And it's, yipes, it's like, boom, kick right in face. Damn it. I can't really say in general what happened with Yipes. He's going through his own stuff. But a lot of people definitely invested a lot for this right now. And God damn it. But I will say though, Yipes will just commentate other games. Even if there's no Marvel, Yipes still brings the hype. Yipes is still a really good Street Fighter commentator, and I actually really only watched Next Level for Yipes. I'm not even gonna lie. I really only watched Next Level because I really thought the commentary was dry, and then Yipes came, and then it sounded a lot better. But yeah. Wait, Mike is here? Where's Mike? I mean, well, Mike Ross has a sword. Oh, well, boo. Mm.
Or is he here? Yeah, I guess he is here.
Mike Merchant. Yo, what up, Mike? Mike Ross is in a good place playing anime. I don't know. What up, Neo? And you see, like, oh, it's Mike! Mike! It's Mike! Mike tuned in. With the 2,000 more viewers just come through to see Mike Ross. Mike Ross, don't chill. Just play what you like. It is that simple. Those are words to live by at this moment, right? I mean, God. God. GAWD. Fourth place is Street Fighter, first place in my heart. Uh, that's it. Like I feel like those are the words of the day. Like that's what this whole stream is summed up. Like, oh man. Oh God. And you know what? He's right. I will be playing what I want. And and it's crazy because I want that to be Marvel, but it actually might not be Marvel. Uh it might be something else. It might be Dragon Ball Z. It might be the next NRS game because NRS really cares about about their games. They really do care. NRS cares a lot about what's going on, care about a lot about what people think, even though, freaking Ed Boon may troll everybody, he does still actually care. So if MK11 is that game, I mean, I'm sorry, NRS, I was not faithful. I'm sorry I didn't stick with Reptile from MK2, from Ultimate Mortal Kombat, from MK9, including all the other ones, that I played just on the side, MK Deception and all of them, Armageddon. Uh, I'm sorry, NRS, for never for leaving you guys. You you were the people that I should have stuck with. I will say that. I will say that I really should have stuck with NRS. Um, I was late. MK11. We called you for testing, Chris. You showed up late. We couldn't put Reptile in the game. Play Overwatch and I'll sub. Yes, we will leave in a few minutes. All right. If anybody has some last second questions, I think I went over everything. Yeah, I actually wrote down notes. Boop. You see, I'm pretty good. No, you ain't reading. No, you're not reading. Leave me alone. I wrote down notes. All right. I wanted to get my thoughts clear. No, can you? No, you can't. You can't click. She's trying to go through my Facebook now. You see, we can't do that. You're not going through my stuff. Because I'm not hiding anything. I don't shill. What you talking about? No, it's not. It's not. Okay. Things just happen, and things were leaked, and things were changed. So that's a good reason. Whether or not it was the reason at all, but it definitely, because again, I was told that we would be playing on the new patch. It is not really F-Champ's fault for anything. Again, he believed as much as we all did. He made a lot of people believe more, and it sucks that it is what it is. What's your thought? Okay, actually, I didn't talk about that. What's my thoughts on the Street Fighter Anniversary Edition? Regardless of how I felt right after the tournament, I did see that commercial. I did see that Third Strike and Alpha 3 and all these games were coming out. Yeah, it was good. It was definitely good. I'll be buying it. I mean, I hope that the online is good and I get to play Third Strike and whatnot. I hope that Third Strike comes back. Hey, that's my game. That was one of my games I was passionate about. So if Third Strike comes back, with good arcade perfect games, then yeah. What do I? Okay, that's also a good question. What do I think the communities can do better to improve the Marvel landscape of 2018? At this point, we all have to have the mindset that we are on our own. That we have to have that mindset. If us at this point start to think that, hey, I'm just going to play because I'm hoping Capcom is going to do anything, I suggest not having that thought in your mind, because if that does not happen and you quit the game and the scene falls apart, that's going to suck. So do what you can right now to help the scene out, to help the community out. I will still always support the scene, the community. I will still always show up to tournaments and play the game. So I will be doing my part. When Super Arcade opens up, I still will be hosting whenever whatever, man, whenever that opens, man. God damn. Yeah. I know, because you keep seeing the same thing. No, Angie doesn't eat until I say she eats. She's slave now. When am I coming back to Peru? So yeah, do what you guys can. What about the guaranteed 2K? I was told that we would be getting our money. I mean, not our money, like our was like reimbursements after the tournament. I don't even know. Am I supposed to email him? Like, Angie, do I email him? What do we do?
I'm creating a hashtag.
I hate you so much. You see, she's saying all this stuff like I'm not about to buy her whatever she wants. I hate Angie so much. Angie's a jerk. Hashtag Angie's a jerk. Angry Angie. There you go. That's what you need to do. I need to email Harada. I don't know. Like, they didn't tell me anything. I didn't even fill out the W9 yet. So we're all supposed to be getting 2,000. For first place, I got 7,500. So 2 plus 2 is 4. Minus 1, that's 3 quick maths. But I don't know. I think Capcom might have different math skills than I do.
Let Angie eat.
Smoke trees. Everyday man's on the block. I think Harada might have better math skills because I don't know anything, man. Carry the 2. The song.
Oh yeah.
The song that goes pop 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 cat cat cat. Skippy doo pop pop. Jennings with Ain. Wait, what? Jennings with Ain? Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Oh, Jennings with an E. God damn, this is too clever for me right now. My brain is exploding. Okay. No, she knows now. Yeah. She barely knows. She loves the song. She's a big fan. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. My brain, man. My brain is it's rough. But yeah, okay. Does anybody have any more questions? Did I ever get my trophy? Yes, I did. I showed you guys my trophy is right here. It is a little messed up, and it doesn't really look the best. But it is what it is. Right side up. Maybe that make it look better at least. Make Capcom look better. No, you don't get the full thing. We already showed them one time. We don't get it again. We're already advertising Capcom too much, and I'm not getting paid for this. I've been telling you, bring back Zoned Out. Yeah, again, when Super Arcade opens up, I will be hosting my tournament. Oh, snap. Cousin Vin. Oh, I like that movie, Cousin Vinny. Just subscribe. Thank you so much. Suck those toes, Chris. No, you are not getting that out of me. Wow, no, you can't be doing that. Arika demo. No, I wanted to play it at PSX. I could not find it. I don't even know if they left. Maybe they were as angry as I was. I couldn't find it for 45 minutes. But yeah, maybe I'll download the beta. I don't know. Oh, read the donation. Yeah. What did the donation say? Watch it be. God, something amazing.
Let me read
Wait. Okay, no. It is this one. No. No, you don't need to read it. No. It's better if I read it. No, because you're the person in question. I don't like this. We can't. No, you see, this is why I said you don't get control over the mouse and keyboard because you're gonna be looking at things and you're gonna be thinking things are suspicious. Stop. Get away. All right, Waukesha Jenkins. What a name. Chris, I can't believe you got another girl over your house after you spent all night with me last night. Who is that trick? Don't try to play me, Chris. You said we was getting married. You said you loved me. How you do that to me, Daddy? I'm sorry. There's someone else. I should have told you. Uh, to Waukesha Jenkins.
Oh, yeah.
And I also have to apologize to you too, because soccer is coming out, and she is in fact old enough. I'm sorry, Angie. Yeah.
I don't care.
Sun Wukong, $5. Yo, Chris, love you. If there's a season 2 of Marvel, who do you want in? Rules are 3 Capcom, 2 on the Marvel side. I do want Nightcrawler. I mean, that's X-Men. That's very not probable. But I do want Nightcrawler. He's always been my favorite X-Men. X-Man. I wanted and Nightcrawler's girl, which just so happens to be another character I really like from X-Men Evolution. Uh, Damn it, I forgot her name, but you guys know, so you guys can say that. But if I bring back Capcom characters, Wesker, I would definitely bring back Wesker, and I'm still my mind is blown as to why Wesker's still not in the game. Oh, we forgot Gambit. If we can't bring the girl in, bring in Gambit. I love Gambit. No, not Pride. No, not Kitty Pride. The girl with the ability to manipulate. I forgot what she could do. I completely forgot that show. But after that show, I was like a super. My mic is awesome. Thank you. I'm actually like really hungry too. So yeah. No, she was in Boom Boom. There you go. She blew stuff up. I forgot what her actual name is. Damn, you guys have never seen X-Men Evolution, huh? It's been a long time for me too, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't want Jubilee. She's useless as hell. Yeah, I also want Gambit. Hashtag free Angie. Sorry, Angie. You might have to wait a little bit.
What? No.
Yeah, don't say Jean. I don't want no freaking no Phoenix anymore, man. I'm tired of that crap. Let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Do I miss using Soulfist and hidden missiles? Yes and no. I love projectiles. I do like projectiles, which is why a lot of the characters I play do have really good projectiles. But I'm also really good at rushing down, so that actually doesn't really matter. I miss playing neutral, good neutral. I miss playing, like I miss having options, a lot of options. without playing Zero or Dante or Dormammu. Am I playing MVCI NEC? Yes, I will be NEC this weekend. I actually, wow, level up. What's up, Vi? I will be in New York tomorrow. I'm leaving tomorrow, and maybe I'll go to next level. Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. What are my thoughts on G? G, if he's Q, that's actually pretty cool. Cause then, he'd have a pretty good backstory, and I actually want to know like who Q was in Third Strike. Um, as the other characters, the girl with the stick, I just forgot her name. I guess she'll be pretty cool. Don't know. Sakura's coming out. Great. Sagat's coming out. Fantastic. I will be playing Sagat as well. And Cody, I 100% want to play Cody. I was one of the first people to say that Cody would be probably the most perfect character to have in this game, because in Street Fighter 4 he was a Street Fighter 5 character. So if he has literally anything of what he had in Street Fighter 4, well, that would be fantastic. And Blanca, no one cares about. Angie doesn't like Blanca. She says she doesn't like Blanca, and she did not say that she doesn't like me at all. But yeah. Yeah, the Bloody Raw character, if that's true, that'll also be pretty cool. Unfollowed. I'm sorry, man. Angie left at the mention of Blanca. She does not believe in Blanca. Well, that's a good question. Will E Honda make it in? I mean, he's the only character not to. Also, just to let you guys know, if you did not hear my story, you come watch it afterwards. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys are the best. I will do my best. I will keep going, regardless of what happened this weekend. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. That's what I gotta say. Oh, sorry, Neo Shiano. Shout out to you, man. Sorry about that. Sorry you didn't have a good experience. I mean, it is what it is. Like, could have been better. Yeah. I mean, I did get second. I am happy about that. I did make some money. I did get my trophy, my amazing trophy. So I can't really complain too much. Again, I'm just letting you guys know what it was, how it was, and I guess things into the future, things into my future. Treat people right. You see, that's. I mean, I try. I try. I hope everyone treats everyone right. It's a plastic cover. It's a plastic cover on. I think what this is wood. Is this wood? Angie, she's looking at me really hard. I can't really tell. I think it's heart eyes. Yeah, I guess that's how it was, right? Cloud got the trophy. Everyone else got participation medals. So yeah, let me get out of here. I will be again in New York.